Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for coming back. And remember, when in a jam, R2 just in case. But I do want to talk about kind of the current state of Marathon. Right now, what I'm showing you guys is that I did make it to VIP rank, so I'm definitely going to touch base with some of that as we go through the video. And then I really want to talk about the state of Pinwheel. But to start, VIP rank. What that basically is when you reach max level with a faction. I haven't seen too many people post about it. A lot of people have been jumping around kind of chasing the story lore. But for me, I really wanted to see what the rewards were and exactly what it took to get to VIP rank. So again, VIP rank is getting to level 30 with any faction and basically just doing the missions. You'll see some of the missions kind of repeat and you'll get more faction rep. And they'll get a little more challenging as far as completing things in a single run, which is actually fun. But it does come with its challenges, especially if you're a solo player like myself. Sometimes I get the opportunity to play with friends, but the majority of the time I'm just like loading in with randoms. So VIP was definitely a task for me. It took me about, I would say like 30 hours in game time over like 9 days to kind of hit that threshold. And I can't say it was an easy run, but it happened. And I'm thankful for it because now I can speak to it. So obviously you guys seen that I hit VIP 1 and VIP 2 recently with Cyber Acme. You do get some cosmetics, a really cool black and green skin for one of the assault rifles that are Volt. And you get a prestige piece. I'm not too sure if the prestige piece is randomized, but I ended up getting a prestige backpack, and basically whenever I'm looting, it allows me to go invisible, whether it's a bag or whether it's something in an open world, which is really handy. It makes me think like, if I just stayed in something, do I just consistently stay invisible? But I haven't tested that yet. I want to make sure that at least maybe I retain another one, and then I'll test it there. I'll just like have one of my friends watch me open something and then not move. And I want to see if that actually works, because that'll be really, really cool to see. I did, however, find out that when you go from VIP level 1 to 2, that you don't continue to get gold. You get an opportunity to still get blue. This is a little confusing for me because like you put a lot of work into getting to that point, and I think you should be rewarded for it accordingly, even if that looks like maybe imbalance in maybe some of the gear you have. Because let's be realistic, although the game does have a gear mechanic, it does still come down to skill at the end of the day. And you have to skill your way through with the things that you have. Now, I do have my thoughts about some of the shells, specifically Assassin. Is it skill or is it rattiness? And we'll get to that in the back of the video. But I would say the initial part of hitting VIP would be worth it. It's worth the grind. I think all things are worth the grind just to see how far it goes the first time. But I can't see myself doing it in Season 2 if the rewards continue to be randomized after I am a VIP, a very important person. Let's really think about that. If I'm a very important person or a very important asset to this trillion dollar big company in space expansion, and I stick around and I'm your VIP runner, I don't care if there's 1,000 of us. The things that we get should reflect that. So, is it worth the grind? The first initial time, yes. I think everybody should go to VIP with at least one of the factions. And maybe all of the factions one time, just to see what you get out of each one. Which I will be doing, and I'll be letting you guys know what that looks like. Each reward. But I can't see myself right now doing that if the actual reward continues to be what it is. You know, because then what do you do? So, yeah, I guess it's just leveling. But, as promised, I want to jump into Pinwheel. I just got to say it. Devs, if you're watching, viewer, if you're watching, Pinwheel's dead. And it's because, at least in my opinion, one, the PvP is different from the first day. People are now understanding that they don't have to be the first on the ship to reap the reward. So what people are doing is just waiting around. Nobody's fighting in the early rounds. You can be on a pinwheel match for 6 to 7 minutes and nobody takes a shot. People go to a place and they hide, or they run and get the master cards and then they just hide. And this was literally the day after they closed down the flight wing. The minute people couldn't get in easy and under the radar, this camping fest started to happen. And there's no short of the word in that, the camping fest. Here you see the team that I'm with. We're going in right away. We're trusting what we can do. We're going in. We're the first in. And sure enough, it highlights on the screen for everybody. But what players are doing is they're just sitting around inactive, not engaging with the game, waiting for the highest tier loot. And some may say that's just a part of extraction shooters. And it very much is. But at the same time, what reward do you get for sitting there, building up your vault, and not actually using the loot? There has to be something that's put together to incentivize players to open the pinwheel first, go in, and have a reward that can't be taken away. People have to have a reason to go open it, not just, hey, I'll let another team open it, and then I'll wait, and I'll go in behind them, and then if I'm the last team behind that team, then I'll go in behind that team, and then I'll get the reward. It's even gotten so bad that you open it, there's no master cards on the map, so you opt to do the second thing where you run to each side of the wing. And while you're running to each side of the wing, the team with the master cards that was just sitting outside, they slip in, they open the main door, loot, and then they get out. Now the second reward, if you just are sitting there, there's other teams just waiting for you to run to one wing and then another wing, and then they go in before you, open it, and then get out. So it's just so much player inactivity. They're not engaging with the game. They're not engaging with Pinwheel. They may have the best loot, but they're not engaging with the game. And at what point is the players who open Pinwheel not necessarily protected, but properly rewarded? And at what point is the players who are just sitting around constantly making the game very mundane, the PvP very mundane? Because they're definitely stripping the life out of this map. Actively. The community is actively stripping the life out of this map. At what point is there a penalty? Maybe if there's a radius. You have to travel a certain radius on this map, or consistently move, or you'll start getting hacked, or your screen will start to mess up. There has to be something. Because with no master cards available, teams waiting for other teams to open, you don't feel rewarded when you go in, and even if you do extract and you get out with something nice. You're seeing it here in real time. We're in, there's a team just waiting in the inside center, multiple teams, they come up after us, and they're just waiting for us to come out with our loot. Now, I do want to say it was the game after this that I noticed that this was happening. Nobody is actively moving in and wanting to engage with this map. They're waiting for others to find the things and then go in and then piggyback after you wasted your ammo, after you use your shields, after you've done all these things. The map's challenging, it's good, but we have to find a way to make players engage. So, devs, take a look at this. Players, be aware. You're going to see exactly what happens here as I continue to play through this map. So I got a couple questions to leave y'all with to talk down in the comments. So, give some feedback. What can they do with Pinwheel to have players engage and make the map engaging as it was in day one? How do we incentivize players who go in and participate in opening the Pinwheel map and doing the thing? How do we discourage players from camping and get actively in the map? I know those are kind of the same. And are you interested in going VIP, or are you just in it for the race and the loot? I don't know. You guys start a conversation down below. Well, technically, I've already started a conversation, but let's get the conversation going. Let me know how you feel about it, and see you on the next one. And just remember, if you're ever in the jam, R2 just in case. You never know what could happen. And if it doesn't work out, what is the saying? Go out on your own sword. That being said, go out on your own trigger. Au revoir.